Who's ready to find the love of their life? Yes? Do you want to know me? Maybe. You do want to know Dr. Ronald Mann. The struggle. It's real. How are you supposed to go out there and find the love of your life? It's so complicated. Those of you who are going through divorce, unhappily married, this is a test that is for all of you. Dr. Ronald Mann in the house.
I was a licensed clinical psychologist. I practiced for about 40 years. The test is about you and your personal development at a psychological and spiritual level to make you the best person you can be. So when you actually find the right person, you can develop that relationship and sustain it. The instrument itself measures compassion, friendship, sensitivity, spirituality, trust, just to mention a few of the scales. If you're not scoring as high as you would like to score, there are things you can do to work on yourself.
124 items. You take this test, you can do it one of two ways. Number one, you can take it for yourself and just see where you're at, and then you can get on a phone call with one of Dr. Mann's associates who can go over it with you, wondering why haven't I met the love of my life? Why am I not succeeding? Why do I get into a relationship and every time it fails? If that sounds familiar, this could be something for you. The other way is, let's say you're married, but your relationship is just going through some rough patches, you're just having a hard time connecting. You get 4 tests. You take it for yourself, you take it for your spouse. He takes it for himself, he takes it for you. Then you go over it together.
That's right. And what you see are the gaps. We all have our own delusion about who we think we are, right?
I mean, not me.
It helps you get awareness. See, if you don't know what you don't know, how are you going to change?
I agree.
You have to have some awareness. So the gaps show you where you think you are and how your partner perceives you. And if there's a big gap in that, then there's an area for a big discussion.
The test is a really cool test, and one step further, not only is it going to kind of tell you who you are in a relationship, but the other thing that's really interesting is spirituality.
I've spent a lot of time in the spiritual world. I actually lived in a spiritual community for years. At one point I was living in a tent in the forest, meditating 6 to 8 hours a day. And so I've been around a lot of spiritual people. And
I guess I'm not spiritual.
well, you don't have to go that far. Oh, it's a spiritual, but when you see them in action in real life, you wonder, what do they mean by being spiritual? I mean, for me, spirituality is not religion. Religion is what you believe. Spirituality is what your direct experience is.
Okay.
And how do you integrate that into life? So if you're really touched by spirit, your heart is filled up with love. You care for people in a different kind of way. Anybody who's serious about their own personal development, you want to learn about yourself, you want a way to get a quick mirror to see how you're functioning. This is a scientifically validated test. I gave it to 2,000 people across the country, developed norms, did all the statistics that it takes to develop something like this. So it's very accurate. So if you want an accurate mirror about what's your level of functioning on the various scales, this is a great way to do it. The value of standardized testing, these assessments, is that it zooms in on what you need to work on. So you save time.
Yeah,
You find out what are the issues, and then you get to work. You make a plan to work on these issues.
The test has been around now for how many years?
It's been around for 30 years.
30 years. Online, enter tools, take the test. And if you want to have a private meeting with Dr. Mann, you can do that. If you're a counselor, if you're a coach, and you want to offer this, get a hold of Dr. Mann because he will help you get going on that as well. 2 great songs.
Needs now is love, sweet.
There you think? Love, sweet love.